Not abnormal for people to update their Facebook status multiple times a day. After all, that's how, that whole Twitter thing was invented in the first place. But whether we're writing about our day, the irritating person sitting right in front of us, or how amazing the end of the book was, what you posted as a status update on Facebook can actually say a whole heck of a lot about your personality.
Now, for more on this, we're joined by internet psychologist from the University of Sydney, Andrew Campbell. Hi, Andrew.
Hi, good morning.
How much research has there actually been done about these personality types and what you're saying on Facebook?
There's not a lot out there on the personality types. It's a very new area, okay?
Yeah.
But there's a lot about identity development because a lot of youth are using Facebook, and it's sort of a way to actually explore new identities. And that's starting to sort of feed into the types of personalities that they have already as well.
Okay, let's hit a couple of these personality types. And the first one we want to talk about with you is the oversharer, right?
The oversharer.
What sort of updates are they're going to look like?
The oversharer is one who gives you lots of information that you really don't need to know. In fact, they can sometimes be a bit too personal, so they need to be noticed to feel valued. That's why they're giving a lot of sharing information. They don't fear revealing any private information about themselves. They're kind of an open book, and they like to stimulate a lot of controversy as well with what they say.
Okay, so then we'll move on to a different type. And this is the show-off.
Yep.
So how is the show-off different to the oversharer?
Well, the show-off is wanting you to be impressed. They always post about their success and their indulgences. They want you to be envious. They want you to think that their life is desirable and you want it as well.
Okay. Then there's the emotionally fragile. How do we recognise one of those?
Emotionally fragile wants a lot of validation. They want to make sure that they feel as though that what they're going through is what everybody else would also feel if they went through it as well. They're hooked on drama in their own life to some degree. They tend to post messages that are very personal. They want validation on their feelings and their thinking.
So when you say what would a typical message back to them be? What would they be looking for? Like, oh, you poor thing,
Yeah,
I can't imagine
exactly.
what you're
Like,
going
I've just
through.
broken up with my boyfriend, I'm crying lots, and then people would go in, oh, I'm so sorry, I would too.
Right, okay. What can you tell us about the family man or woman? These are the proud parents, right?
Very proud parents. To them, their kids are everything. And I mean, we all feel that if we've got kids. They're besotted with their children. They treat their posts as diary entries. It's almost a day-to-day exciting things happen to my children, which we don't see as so exciting, but to them it's a milestone.
Like Johnny did a poop today.
Johnny did a poop today, very big one, and thinks everyone loves their children, as in, why wouldn't they? They post just as many pictures as they do updates their profiles.
All right, and just finally, the people who... I was going to say blog. Just sorry, I couldn't. The people who blog about what they've just done.
Yeah.
What are they known as?
Well, the bloggers are sort of like your own sort of media personalities. Basically, they want to know what's going on in the world, and they want everybody else to know. They seek to engage in conversation. They're not very good on stimulating discussion at some times because they're very much, about their world, not what's going on in everybody else's. And they often state things people see as actually very meaningless.
Okay, like I'm standing in the queue at the supermarket.
Exactly. I've just bought a coffee.
I just did a poop.
And I just did a poop.
All right, not a lot we can do about those. That's just sort of being aware that that's the sort of personalities out there.
That's right. No, it's the typical type.
And would most of us fit into one of those?
Yeah, to be honest, with the study that's being done so far is showing that we've all got little traits, but I don't think anybody's an absolute.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Andrew. Good to see you.
Worries.
Thanks,
See you
Andrew.
soon.